is a no part 2 video. This is the whole thing. And this is a blanket that you can modify however you want with whatever you have on hand. And I mean it. If you're like, Michelle, what if I want to paint it with acrylic paint? You can. Just get some fabric medium. Or you're like, Michelle, what if I want to tie-dye it? You can. Just tie-dye it. Or if you're like, Michelle, I really want to make this really cool graffiti with spray paints. Do it. Do it, baby girl. Make it. I want to see it. But for this demo, I'm just using a tie-dye kit. And instead of like tying it off, I just used blue tape. And surprisingly, spoiler alert, the blue tape worked incredibly in this situation. Just make sure if you follow this method I'm doing in the video that you dye it dry and you don't dye it wet. But it would be really hard to get tape to stick to wet fabric. So I don't know that I needed this disclaimer. But yeah, this is a blank canvas blanket by Coloring Your Own. And it is super special, not because it's white, because there are tons of white blankets on the market. Like, that's not special. What's special is that this top side is 100% cotton canvas. So it offers so many options in terms of mediums that will adhere really well to this blanket. And then at the end, you have a really freaking sweet blanket in your house that you made. Then when somebody comes over and they're like, dang, that's a cool blanket, you can be like, thanks, I made it. And then they're going to be like, how did you make it? And then you can go into the really cool process about how you made it. Maybe you're a graffiti artist. I don't know your life. And now that I thought of graffiti as like an option for this blanket, how hard would that go? That would be so cool. I don't know what I'd want it to say though. I digress. Okay, now that all the dye is on the blanket and it's been, I don't know, a few days, it's time to wash it. But first we have to rinse it out. So this is all dried, but all the ink is still inside. So I'm just rinsing it out in ice cold water. And then I'm going to put it in the washer on hot because that will get all the extra loose ink out. And then these are color grabbers. So we're going to go hot and then we're going to medium load here. And then we're going to smash that start button. And just like that, it has been an hour. But for you, it's only been a couple seconds. So I'm going to take this out. It looks really good and really promising, which is great. I'm going to let it hang dry for the next, I don't know, day. And oh my gosh, that was also fast too. Look, everything's dry. And now the final step for this project is the black outlines. And so I'm just going to take this fabric medium and some acrylic paint, mix it all together. And that is both going to thin the paint, but it is also going to make the paint more flexible on the fabric. So like when we wash it in the future, it's not going to be like flaking off or anything like that. And yeah, we're just going to go to town outlining everything. And I almost didn't even do this step because I thought that the dye with just the white outlines was good enough. And as I continued to color the black outlines, I'm like, no, this is way more complete with the black outlines. You get like the white peeking through the back is like so chic and so pretty. And I know a lot of people like are going to be thinking this is fun for you, but it's not fun for me. First of all, give yourself a little bit more credit. However, I also recognize that everybody's creative and that's fine. If this isn't your jam, that's totally fine. I have actual blankets with designs on them that you just need markers to color. Everything you need to know about the blank canvas blanket or my coloring blankets are in my shop. You should go check it out. I think you'd have a good time.